Hi, welcome to this channel on magnetic energy, technology, principles, applications, and more. This video is about magnetic energy and Mars. And so just a quick recap. So magnetic energy technology, it harnesses, it captures, it utilizes etheric energy, which pervades the whole universe, and it essentially supports our very existence. It flows in and out through all systems. This magnetic energy slash etheric energy, they're really interchangeable terms. But part of the difference though is the magnetic energy technology. What it can do is it converts and transmutes that etheric energy into supercharged ionic energy or relatively neutral energy or even highly polarized energy, so that we can perform an unlimited amount of functions with that technology, and we have an unlimited supply of energy. And not only that, it gives us the ability to formulate, reformulate, and deformulate matter at will, matter and energy. And so what does that look like? That's a matter of that allows us to create matter, if you will. It's not creating it, but we're formulating matter. We're reformulating it so we can replicate things, or we can change the molecular structures, atomic structures of things, and we can deformulate. So that allows us to break down elements, break down matter, and change that and transmute those elements or perform alchemical processes on those elements. So when it comes to Mars, there's no limit to what we can do, as far as we could have an unlimited amount of clean water on Mars with magnetic energy technology. We could have an unlimited amount of growth of plants. We could have flourishing ecosystems. We can even add oxygen to the environment and essentially build up that atmosphere. But and this is a huge but. That's a big but. This is the biggest problem that we would have, and that would have to be taken into account, is the gravitational field. And this comes back to this whole idea of science not embracing the etheric model, turning their backs on hard evidence that pointed to the etheric model, and embracing this empiricism and this whole idea of this gravity being this crude force that is nothing more than a byproduct of mass or matter. And that's completely ridiculous. So from a magnetic energy model point of view, gravity is, whoa, brace yourselves. Okay, if you've already seen the gravity video, you know what everything I'm about to say. So gravity is a highly compressed, concentrated field, flowing, moving field of magnetic energy that is at specific pulse rates with specific resonance signatures, and it is different for every single body, every single planet, every single star, and other bodies as well. So it varies. It varies from body to body. It depends on the elements involved in that particular body. It depends on the elemental configuration. There are resonance signatures. There are specific pulse rates. Gravity is a flowing, moving, concentrated form of magnetic energy. And our physiological systems, our bodies, are very, very closely connected to the particular gravity resonance signatures on this planet, on Earth. You cannot leave this planet without the proper technology or an equivalent gravitational magnetic energy circuit to keep you. Your body will simply decay. So it's not just a matter of having this crude gravity. Oh, well, if we create artificial gravity by spinning a ship, or if we get on Mars, we'll have some form of gravity. No, it's not a matter of that. And it's not, and NASA already knows this. The top secret programs already know this, and that's a great content for another video. It's not just a matter of putting magnets on your damn spaceship, okay? It's not a matter of just putting magnets in the walls like NASA's tried to do. That does help, because those elements, especially if they're natural magnets that come from this planet, from this elemental configuration, that does help. But what you've got to do is establish a relatively neutral pulsing magnetic field that mimics the magnetic field on this planet. And then people can leave this planet long term and still be healthy. Otherwise, their health will deteriorate, their bodies will deteriorate. Our very physical existence depends upon, we have literally a genetic connection to the gravitational pulse and frequencies and magnetic resonances on this planet. It's super closely connected. And you can't just go jumping to another planet and think, well, the gravity seems okay here. No, because they're all different. So we either need physiological changes in our bodies, which is a terrible idea, or we need to have the correct gravitation with the technology, the correct gravitational fields that we create that people can stay in. Now, obviously, you can leave our gravity field without magnetic energy protecting you or giving you the proper gravitational field to sustain you for certain periods of time. I mean, we see that all the time. But for long-term survival and long-term prosperous living, you have to have the resonant magnetic signatures that mimic the gravitational fields on this planet. Otherwise, our physiological bodies will not function. They will not work. And so you could have massive domes on Mars, you could have cities on Mars, and you could have those fields artificially contained in that. And then when you leave that on that planet, you could come back to that. But as far as like restructuring the ionosphere and actually trying to get it to mimic Earth's gravity field so that we could live there long term or change the gravitational vortex and fields around Mars, that technology, that's above my pay grade. So that may be possible to completely terraform Mars in a way that's compatible with the current biological systems on this planet. But for now, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, at least with our current level of technology. We would probably be quite some ways from that. Actually terraforming the entire planet to mimic our gravitational resonance and signatures and pulse rate on Earth. But what we can do, though, is we can bring artificial gravity fields there, and that would work great. But without those, going there and staying there long term is an absolutely terrible idea. And it will do nothing but eventually wreak havoc on everyone and everything that we try to bring there from this planet, because we are tightly tuned to the gravitational resonance signatures of this planet. So that's a quick, short video on Mars. And yes, of course, magnetic energy would be the ideal way to do it. And hopefully we will, aside from the top secret programs, hopefully from a conventional point of view, we will start using the lift principle, that is basically counteracts the gravitational pulse rate, so that we no longer need to use ridiculous rocket technology and keep punching holes in the ionosphere, which is a terrible practice for any planet, and it's something that we really need to stop doing. If we use magnetic technology and we have levitation vehicles, there's no need for rockets anymore. And not to mention, they're much faster too. So you could get to Mars literally within seconds or minutes, and there's no limit to how much weight you can carry. Not that you need to carry a lot of weight, because you have the technology where we can actually just formulate, reformulate, and deformulate any matter that we want on Mars. And so as you think about space travel, as you think about colonizing, God knows why on earth should a species at this low level of consciousness be wanting to colonize? Because we think it's our manifest destiny to spread the low vibration. Well, okay, so as we get more in an enlightened energy and a higher vibration, then yeah, maybe spreading out could be actually pretty fun and actually a beneficial thing to the universe. Let's keep our fingers crossed on that. So yeah, Mars, gravity, human existence. It's time to let go of the old model and embrace a new model of what gravity really is: flowing, concentrated magnetic energy. And with that, I'll see you next time.